Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
I've been following the idea that we should have a stable coin, which is the way you can interact with crypto. Right now, it's been a couple companies that some people think are sketchy. But PayPal is launching. And now their PayPal had just an okay quarter, but to have their stable coin backed up by treasuries and currency and actual dollars is very big. And I say this because I've had the former head of the CFTC on twice saying that they've got to fix this. And if they do it, the stable coin, it is terrific. And Tim Massin's the fellow who I like. And this is really the possibility of very positive for
JP Morgan is not going to
doing a stable coin.
Right.
Since I've actually asked them, they kind of just said, are you kidding me? But this is very important. And I think that PayPal is the outfit you'd like to switch to. I mean, I would, if I were doing crypto right now, I'd switch to PayPal. I'd put my money with them. There you go. That's what I do.
I brought in a dev team that was Ukrainian that had made a Holy wallet, or what was called Holy transaction, out of plug and play. They were a dev team that had come over to the Bay Area and it wasn't working. And so they had come down to LA. You know, I was creating a new company every 30, 60, 90 days out of my kind of incubator. And so that was a dev team kind of figuring out where to be plugged in. I said, Craig, here you go.
We certainly want to see banks succeed in this new world order.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, you know, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, you know, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But of course, you have to do your own research. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, right now we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly up. And all we have to do is look at the actual indicators. You guys know I talk about it and they write about it. But we have Jim Cramer back at it again. Says JP Morgan doesn't want a stablecoin. Guys, we know JP Morgan has been at a stable coin. It just moves within the big banks. But guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates at a high, and now they're plummeting. Guys, we know the higher the yield rates go, we know the stock market is going to pull back in a big way. And that's the reason why yield rates are coming down. We have the dollar down, we have volume and crypto up, we have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo back up to 1.8 trillion. Remember, guys, put it on a daily basis because it's another indicator to let us know which way the market goes. And we know the central banks are raising rates and run off the balance sheet in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And guys, we know this fish downgrade was not by chance. We know the emerging markets are about to flip that switch. And now we have Moody's downgrades the U.S. bank. And we know the Fed has been propping up the banks. Higher interest rates for longer is destroying the United States economy. And we know as small banks decline, small business declines, and unemployment increases. And that's when you get the machine takeover. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sent about $24.3 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have blockchain.com scores payment license from Singapore Central Bank. And we know when it comes to the fourth industrial revolution, we constantly have news coming out of Singapore. Now we have Japanese startup to use stablecoins and CBDC to link Asian countries. And guys, we know how important cross-border payments are going to be. So they're going to be deploying the Cambodia CBDC and fiat-pegged stablecoin. We are clearly seeing that this digital transformation is being led by the emerging markets while the United States is put behind on purpose. But never forget, guys, the United States funded all this technology. Now we have Binance receives license to offer Bitcoin and digital asset services in El Salvador. And again, guys, when it comes to Binance, the two sides have definitely been created. But it's all part of the plan. And Jeremy from Circle proves that 70% of USDC adoption comes from outside the United States. And we know a lot of that is coming from inflation. And who caused it? That's right, the Fed and your congressman. And we know while the sheep sleep, the NWO builds. We have Circle makes crypto payments easier with new programmable Web3 wallet for businesses and available now for developers on Ethereum, Avalanche, and Polygon. And lastly, guys, I constantly tell you that Ripple is always helping the NWO's agendas. And we have center grade powers the next evolution in carbon credit. And guys, we know this climate agenda is all about controlling the masses' movements. And we know crypto is going to be used to control the masses' money. And blockchain gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge, not because it's not there, it's because they reject it. And we see a lot of these crypto projects pushing the NWO's agenda. That's the reason why you got to tell the truth. And you know the crypto teacher gives you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. I give you both sides. And anyone you listen to should give you both sides. If there's all one-sided, you know they're not telling you the truth. We know technology can be used for good or evil, but unfortunately this technology is in evil hands. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.